Hello manga and anime lovers, I'm Branch, and today I'm reviewing Days with My Stepsister Episode 2. Now, oh my goodness, this episode was so good. This might be one of my favorite shows this season. I literally sat down, read a bunch of the Reddit comments because Crunchyroll comments don't exist anymore, and every comment I read just made me love the show even more. And that's not even getting into my own analysis of the themes of this show and the way different people change. I actually managed to write a script for this review because it was so good. So Saki is a person scarred from both her past and present situation, even though not one event is responsible, due to her family's circumstances, which forced her only parent to work late hours in a job that could easily be misunderstood as crass. Saki grew up constantly hearing others belittle her mother, whom she cares about more than anything. As children do, Saki internalized these experiences as knowledge and builds her personality around being successful in such a judgmental and uncaring world. She dresses flashily and lets rumors flow because, after all, what point is there in stopping them? Gossip grows like weeds. She cares so much about her mother that she has little energy left for herself, and even less for others. She needs to become the perfect person that she has built for herself in her head in order to survive in her world. That image is a single-person frame, however. She rejects aid because she cannot reciprocate in turn, and she cannot imagine a world in which a stranger would be willing to provide kindness free of charge. As such, when Yuta offers to help her find a job, she must provide him with repayment, and that repayment must include interest to avoid a situation where she falls into another's debt. Saki treats relationships as transactions, and Yuta does the same. Yuta is more easygoing than Saki, most likely due to the influence of his high-energy father. Nonetheless, without a third party to lean upon, him and his dad have spent years living in a house too large for two people, eating food straight from grocery store shelves, and struggling to communicate. This problem has become so bad that Yuta's father does not inform his son of his girlfriend until the day they arrange to meet, and Yuta is genuinely shaken when he eats Saki's home-cooked miso soup a few days later. The father celebrates when Saki makes breakfast because there has not been a maternal presence in the home for a very long time. The fact that Yuta chooses food as repayment for his efforts in helping Saki find a job perfectly outlines how starved he has become for familial care. And yet, he does not actively look for love. He knows nothing about the girls in his school, not even the one at the heart of the worst rumors, until that same girl becomes relevant to his life. He is not even very interested in Saki herself, aside from wanting to live cordially with her as a makeshift family. They talk during the tennis match simply because it would seem odd not to. Here they learn they share a common mantra of not wanting to rely on others. Yuta makes note of Saki's like of music, which she listens to while skipping gym, strangely enough, almost as if she wants to distract herself from the harsh world she believes she lives in. Despite learning of the unsavory rumors students have spread about his sister, Yuta does not ask for clarification. He does not care to meddle, and now he knows that Saki feels the same. Yuta does not address the rumors surrounding his sister until she seemingly brings up the topic herself, after which he gives his opinion while trying to maintain her agency. In turn, Saki opens up about her experiences and explains that she wears her persona as armor. Armor against what? Against a prejudiced world that will diminish your accomplishments no matter what you say. It is then that the siblings make a deal to mutually benefit each other. In the deal the step-siblings make, however, they betray their apathetic lifestyles. At this point, they have begun to rely on each other, and it is Yuta's co-worker who points out this flaw in their logic. But Yuta and Saki are unable to grasp the benefit of selflessly helping out another. Saki persists that being independent is necessary, and Yuta agrees, though not as strongly. In truth, Yuta is getting much more out of the deal than Saki is, and, perhaps because of that, he is becoming more attached to his sister than intended. Saki, too, recognizes that maintaining distance will be difficult with her new family, as considerate as they are. It would be much easier if they were horrible people. This culminates in the final scene, where Saki, listening to her music, distracting herself from the world, almost leaves it for good. Saki has worked hard her entire life to become a person who needs no one, and will be needed by no one, believing that she can get by on her own efforts. Unfortunately, the reality is that some situations can only be resolved with the help of a fellow human being. Yuta saves Saki from being run over by the truck. In this terrifying scenario, his true feelings bubble to the surface, and he speaks for the first time without carefully considering his words. He cares about her more than they both knew. And yet, he respects his sister's determination, running home in the rain to avoid walking under the same umbrella that he gave to her. Yuta is emotionally shaken. Saki, as well, has been changed from the event. For once, she has received a favor she can never pay back. She cannot save Yuta's life. Despite that, she can return the sentiment. Yuta has laid his emotions bare and made himself vulnerable. It is only fair that Saki does the same. Therefore, she invites her friend over to meet her new brother. Saki's facade has been cracked, and her resolve fractured, just like her left earpiece. So that's my thoughts on the entire episode. There's nothing more I can say. It was fantastic. This show is becoming one of my favorites, and I cannot wait to hear more about what happened with the whole truck incident next episode, and to get properly introduced to Saki's friend. That's all from me. Bye.